Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Stephanie and this is Conversations with Steph. So, to pick up the conversation where we left off, I talked about vulnerability last time and I shared some tidbits. I know I didn't go into great details because really that's not the purpose of the channel. It's to really just kind of give resource, give a little bit of a short burst of information to kind of help you start thinking, and we go from there. And so I would say for today, I want to kind of piggyback off of vulnerability because, as I said, it's my fave topic. I could talk about it like literally for days and months and on. However, I wanted to touch upon feeling. So when I read the definition of vulnerability and it talked about this exposure of like harmful or putting yourself in a position to be attacked or harmed emotionally, exactly that word, emotion, feeling. I wanted to talk today to you about feelings and your emotion. So how can we even be vulnerable if we are not in tune with our feelings? If we're not knowing how to identify our emotions and our feelings about how we feel on certain things, right? And that's the important thing. Sometimes we kind of just get a body sensation. People will say, oh, my stomach hurts, or I felt uncomfortable, I got hot all of a sudden, I got sweaty. You know, that's the body's way of letting you know you're uncomfortable. Your nervous system is kind of reacting and responding. But also being able to identify that as whether like, oh, I just got embarrassed, or I felt ashamed right there, or I was frustrated in the moment, versus like anger. Because just like we all can be angry, but what's beneath the anger, right? Is it hurt? Is it frustration? Is it feeling rejected or jealous or envy? And so learning about our feelings and knowing how to properly identify the feelings that we have and that we kind of are, I guess, needing to process is what will help us be vulnerable. Because in order to be vulnerable, we need to know what to say. And if we're not fully being aware of what's going on within us, it can take some time in order for us to really be vulnerable and really just honor ourselves, right? Honor ourselves, honor our emotions, and give our emotions the space and the time and the room to exist. Not to control us, but to exist. They are part of the human experience. As humans, we have feelings and we cannot keep ignoring them. We have to be able to kind of take a look. Now, I'm not saying that you dwell on them. I'm not saying that you spend too much time. All I'm saying is when they come, give them their space and their time, honor it, and then move on. And then if you need to take it further by engaging in a conversation with somebody, sharing it with another person, then you can feel free to do that. And for those of us who are not familiar or comfortable, or even thinking like, I don't even know how to express my feelings, I don't even know how to share what I'm thinking and things, it's uncomfortable for me, it's weird, it's because of that, again, that fear that I talked about last time, right? Of like, oh, I feel like I'm naked, I feel vulnerable, I feel so, like I can't express that. And then we kind of pull back rather than kind of saying, no, I feel this way, this is what's happening for me, these are the thoughts that may have ran through my head, but really honing in on those feelings. So I encourage you to find resources. There's something called a feelings wheel out there. I'll try to attach a link to that for you guys to check out, where it really helps give more language, gives you more emotion-based language or feeling to identify what's going on, aside from the few that we already know. So whether that is jealousy, envy, rage, feeling belittled, self-conscious. So like, look at all these words I'm using, but they're feeling words. So if something happens and I felt immediately insecure, or because I'm self-conscious about certain things and someone's poking fun at it, you're this, you're short, you're that, and I felt self-conscious, immediately the next emotion I might feel is shame, feel belittled, feel small, right? So there's like a domino effect when we think about feelings, right, where it starts with an action or something happened or whatever, a memory, and it kind of creates this cascade of kind of pulling in other feelings and other emotions that are synonyms of what's really going on. And being able to kind of go through that pool of, okay, that person made fun of my height, I'm self-conscious about this height, now they've made fun of it in front of others, I'm embarrassed. Not only am I embarrassed, now I'm also having some self-loathing because I hate that I'm short and I'm now in this position to be made fun of, and I'm also angry at this other person. So there's just so many ways to look at that one scenario that I gave with feelings. But understanding that trajectory will allow us to kind of say, hey, you did this thing to me where you made fun of me in public in front of others about something that I was self-conscious about, and that made me feel really bad about myself. I went home and I cried and I was upset, I didn't want to eat, whatever the case was, and this was my reaction. So I just wanted to kind of highlight feelings for today. Feelings are important. They inform us. I always like to say our emotions, they inform us of what's going on internally. Not encouraging that the feelings take over, but that you use it as a source of information. Again, if you're feeling you need more support with this, and these videos are, I know they're not long, they're not meant to be long, feel free to reach out to a therapist, feel free to connect with one and continue and start your journey, right? Because it is a much longer journey than these videos that I'm posting, but I just like to start the conversation. Till next time, we'll talk again. Thank you for watching. Have a great night. Have a great day, wherever you're watching from, and I'll see you then. Bye-bye.